Today we're going to explore the fabulous folded Waterfall cards cutting dies. Now, as you probably know, a Waterfall card goes like this. How fun is that? But now it's super easy with a cutting die. Please come play with us. Well, before we get into the projects, let me just show you what you need to do these cards. Now, obviously, the cutting dies is going to be the most important thing, but you will also benefit by having some extra sticky tape. Anytime we have movable card pieces, the extra sticky tape is our go-to adhesive. Also, I want to share with you that the cards that are made with this will fit into our 10 envelopes, so we don't leave you stranded at all. So this will work out well. A couple of other things that you'll need, or one other thing, is a bone folder, just to really make those score lines super flat to go into your card. Okay, so that's enough of all of that. Let's get into the cutting die and how it goes together. So the package has 4 pieces. It's going to have the card base, and this measures 3 3/4 by 5 inches. Then you're going to have the flip areas. There has this wonderful scallop with the dots in it. You're going to do 4 of those. This is the crossbar that's going to make the whole thing work, just this one little piece. And then there's also this, which is the pull mechanism, and it has these score lines on it. So those 4 pieces, as always on the packaging, on the back of it, there are complete instructions and some step-by-step drawings for you. So we're going to start by cutting the base, and as I said, that's 3 3/4 by 5 inches. Then we're going to take the crossbar, which is this piece, and we want to place the extra sticky tape on each end. Now, there's no scoring with this, but that's where we're going to put the tape, just on the ends. And then we measure up about 1 3/4 inches. Let me measure that. And that's where we're going to place the crossbar. So going to remove the extra sticky tape red parts, which aren't looking too red on this blue cardstock, are they? And position this along that 1 3/4 inches from the bottom, okay? And this area stays unattached, that's important. Then we're going to take the pull mechanism, which is this piece. Now, when you die cut it out and it's facing you, you want to put some extra sticky tape right there, okay? Then we're going to fold each of these score lines in a valley fold. So that's going to give you a V, and another V, and another V, and another V, all 4 of them, okay? Now, this is going to get inserted under that crossbar, just like so. And this piece of extra sticky tape, we're going to remove the liner again and position it. She says remove the liner. Okay, there we go. And then we're going to turn it right side up again and attach that to the crossbar. Okay, so we just want to get it centered back and forth. Okay. Then, as you can see, we're going to have the extra sticky tape at the top of each of those score lines, just like that. What's going to happen is that that's going to pull everything forward, okay? Now, we have also these pieces, which are the flip cards, and as I said in the beginning, you're going to do 4 of those. And Teresa did these in different shades of pink, which was nice. We're going to start from the bottom, and we're going to attach the first one. Again, same thing, remove the liner, and position this piece right there, keeping it centered side to side. Then you're going to do the same thing with the next one. I don't need to be doing each of these in front of you, and that one, and that one. And what you will have is this mechanism. Oh, one more thing. Okay, let me get these set. You do want to put a ribbon through that hole. So I've used an 1/8 inch ribbon, but you can use any width. Fold it, insert, let me bring this down, insert the fold into that hole and pull that to the top. And then we will insert the ribbons. There we go. We'll insert the tails through that loop and bring this down, and you've got your pull just all taken care of. So that completes this piece, and then you can attach it to a card or do whatever you want. So let's see what Teresa did. This one that is on the package, when Debbie did it, she attached it to one of our cards. But Teresa's very first card is done a little differently. Well, that's what we would expect of Teresa, wouldn't we? So this is just the card base itself. And you can see that lovely lilac color. And as a matter of fact, what she has used for this is the Lilacs in Bloom collection. So she used the solid cardstock, also the die cuts, as well as the 6x6. And you'll see actually on all three of the projects, that's exactly what she's used, is the solid, the die cuts, and the 6x6. So we'll explore some of those with you. And so what she did, as I said, this is the base, and that's what she's done. She cut a piece of the 6x6, matted it on the darker lilac, and attached it to the base. Then the crossbar, you can see that she did that on a pattern. And the pull mechanism is on a solid. What I really love that she did is she used different colors of the cardstock, so a light and a medium, to go along with the pieces that she has used out of the collection. But she's also added dazzles to it. So it's a mixture of the dazzles, and these are actually the dazzles that take jewel dazzles on top of them. So I'll show you that. In fact, let me do that right now. So here is what she used, and this is the never before seen dazzles. And this package has 8 sheets in it. And so this is the lilacs, which works really nicely, don't you think, with the papers that are lilac. We'll get in closer just so you can really see this. Okay, so she has taken the cutouts out of the 6x6 and attached them there, and then let the dazzle kind of curve around. And in this package, there's butterflies, there's flowers, and so you're going to get a mixture of colors also. And what I meant by the kind of dazzles that will accept the jewel dazzles is this. They have circles on them. And the circles are a perfect place to position the jewel dazzles. And as you know, I think, the jewel dazzles are the circles. And you can see there's lots of 3 different sizes on this. And so you just lift them and position them into those circles, and it adds some pretty contrast. So you can see she's got the Hello Friends. The butterflies comes from the pearl gold dazzles that are part of that collection. Then the second one is Thinking of You. Again, more of the lilacs. And the butterfly, how pretty. You can see the gold there. And she's used the pink and the purple jewel dazzles, and you can really see that there. And then the last one, or next to the last one, has the Thank You with them. And then I love this on the pull mechanism, just a really nice large one. So very, very nice. Now, because this is her card, she's used the back side to decorate also. So that's kind of the inside of her card, if you will. Now here, she used the lavender again, the solid, but she also used the rectangle and scalloped dies, and you can see what a pretty scallop that adds. More of the die cuts right there, and more of the jewel dazzles. So just a really, really pretty collection. And then of course you do need a ribbon, so guess what? She's going to go with the purple collection, and you can see that sheer there at the bottom. Okay, so that explains our first card, and we'll tuck that here and bring out the next one. And then in this, Teresa has done what Debbie did, in that she used the 5 by 6.5 inch card. But this has a landscape presentation. But she's also elected to use just squares for the mechanism. And I think that's really nice. So it's fun to see it horizontally. It's also fun to see it in something slightly different. Now, each of these is 2¼ inches square. And she's used jute right here. And let me just pull this and demonstrate. And there we go. We've got our deer, we've got our fox, and isn't that pretty? Really pretty. So the waterfall is going to work masculine or feminine. This is using the wood and woodland collection. So once again, she has used the solid for the matting, as you can see, and she's used the die cuts, and this is right here. And then the 6 by 6, and that's where she's getting that artwork. It's right here, just really, really nice. And then she added the jute, as I said, for her ribbon, if you will. And then she's also added these gold studs, and they are a favorite of our design team. Now let me show you the inside of this card. And there you can see more of the cutout, more of the die cut, and more of the 6 by 6 papers matted on the solid. But just really nice. Quite a different look than the first card. Don't you agree? Okay, there's one more. And here it is. And I always expect Teresa's going to surprise us. She's going to give us something different. Now, this is a center step card. And what she's used is on the inside is where the waterfall is going, as you can see. Okay, now there is a cutting die for the center step, and it's part of the Fabulous Folded collection. And this is just such a classic and readily available. Now in this set, she has used the Secret Garden. Now once again, I'm going to go to the 12 by 12 solid. That's going to become her card. That's what she's going to use with the cutting die. She's going to use the die cuts, and you can really see it right there. And she's also going to use, you guessed it, the 6 by 6. Now what Teresa has done is on the center step card, she has die cut it out of the solid, but then she's also done a smaller piece of the 6 by 6 to go on the card, but to be smaller than each of the sections. So we have a download for you. And it's going to look like this when you download it. So you get the front paper pattern and you get the inside paper pattern. Now it's going to be here. It's also on the product page for the center step card. Now some of you have said that you would really like to have the sizes of the patterns drawn. So I've done that for you. So you will also have this as the download. So you're going to have both of them. And let me go back here and finish up the card and then give you some other ideas that Teresa has. So as I said, the 6 by 6 paper is going to go on the front and then a piece on each of the side panels. She has decorated those with the straight line dazzles, and those are, let's see, I didn't, okay, well, you can see that they're right here at the bottom with the wider one and then the narrow one, and the same thing up here, and then it's duplicated right there. So that looks really good. I like the tag die cut going at an angle. I think that's really nice. And then she's added some of these beautiful butterflies, and this comes out of the 117 butterflies collection. So you get all sorts of them. And the one that is the gold pearl, she has placed it on the solid cardstock and just trimmed out using those 4.5-inch professional scissors. Just makes it really nice. You can see some other little butterflies from that same sheet are right there. And then she used the gingham ribbon right there to same method of putting the folded piece of ribbon through the hole and then bringing the tails through that loop and tucking it right there. For the inside of the card, this is what she's done. As you can see, the white butterflies are in that same 117 butterflies. Now, this is the same scalloped piece that's in the cutting die, but you'll notice she did them out of pattern paper, and I think that's just such a good look and something that people kind of sometimes forget they can do. The little graphics there, the greetings, those are out of the 6x6, and let me just do this for you so you can see. Happy birthday. Make a wish. Now, the Make a Wish is from our Tiny Words and Phrases Dazzles. There are a gazillion on there. In fact, there's 760 in this package. And you can see the white dazzles are there. And then the last one, I think this is so pretty, the oval cutout, and then that swirl from the butterflies, and then Celebrate is right there with the Tiny Words and Phrases. And I love how that fits so nicely right there. Okay, I wanted to give you a couple other ideas. Teresa said that when she was doing this, she realized that you could also use the rectangular dies, and that would work really nicely. She said the 2 3/8 by 2 inch cutting die, that would work out of the rectangles that we used on the very first card. In fact, here it is again, so there's a smaller one that would work just in case you don't want to measure. The other thing is that she thought a heart would be pretty. So she's given us this drawing. Notice that the shoulders of the heart are flat, so that they can fit on that pull tab, so that will work nicely. And again, the measurements are there. This is a download for you. So as you can see, the woman has done it again. So you can just use the card base that comes in the cutting die, or you can do it on top, either horizontally or vertically, either way. And then you can also use it to tuck inside a card as a really nice surprise as someone opens up their card from you. So lots of ideas, and this is all the Waterfall card cutting die. One of our subscribers emailed, and there's a comment down below that she said she loves doing waterfall cards. She was so pleased to get a cutting die because it just is going to make it so much easier for her and for you too. Now, speaking of subscription, yeah, that's a nice lead-in, isn't it? We do have the Fabulous Folded subscription. Now, what that means is that every month you will get the cutting die for that month. You will get it before this webisode airs, so you get a chance to play with it. You also will have the idea that's on the package right in your hands. In addition, you will get a free goodie. I'll tell you what that is this time. You will also get 10% off the cost, so good deal all the way around. Now for this one, when I looked at this last card, I thought how fun it would be to give you 6 sheets out of the Secret Garden 6x6. So that's exactly what you're going to get. The subscribers have already received theirs, and you will get it should you want to either subscribe or do the money saver. You know, the money saver that's over there on the right side of the screen. As always, Teresa has written instructions for her cards, and those instructions are right down below. You can just click on the card and you will see the list of products that were used. You will also see the instructions also on the right side of your screen. You can print them out if you want to. The downloads are there on the third card, also on that cutting die. So we're trying to take care of you on all phases and all steps of this. I want to thank you so much for joining us. If you are watching us on YouTube, please head on over to paperwishes.com. But before you go, please like us and subscribe. We love to see you every single time. And I do want to thank you for joining us. I want to thank Teresa for making, once again, some wonderful cards and for designing this very useful and fun waterfall card cutting die. I want to thank you, and we'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.